I'm Kunkel, a plastic surgeon in Fort Worth, Texas. Using photographs of a patient of mine, I created some diagrams to show you how I typically do otoplasty surgery. In people who undergo otoplasty surgery, the cartilage that's under the skin and creates the shape of the ear didn't develop in the usual way, and we want to correct that. The work in otoplasty surgery is almost always done through incisions on the back side of the ear. Typically it starts with removal of a strip of skin about like this, which results in a scar about like this. Actually, typically the scar is thinner than that and is usually very difficult to see. Almost everyone who undergoes otoplasty surgery has this issue. This part of the ear didn't develop in the usual way. We want to create that. We call this area the antihelix. How do we correct it? It's done from the back of the ear using sutures. The sutures go from one part of the cartilage to the other, pull those together a little bit. That helps create that fold. This part of the ear is called the conchal cartilage. Sometimes there's a little too much of it. We'll take out a little wedge of that, pull the remaining conchal cartilage together, and that decreases that prominence. Let's look at that from behind. Here's that conchal wedge that I've removed. Here I'm forming the antihelix using those sutures. And another maneuver that I'll do sometimes is to pull that conchal cartilage back toward the head a little bit using some sutures. Now let's take a look at this patient's result from the front, from the back, the right ear, and the left ear. Those are the general concepts of how I typically do otoplasty surgery. Of course, one person's findings might be different than someone else's, so I'll probably do something a little bit differently on each person, and for that reason, each person's result will be different from someone else's. If you know someone who has always worn their hair long to conceal their protruding ears, this operation might be perfect for them. We'd love to see them in our Fort Worth office to talk about it. In Fort Worth, keeping it beautiful, I'm Kunkel.